And we are back, folks. Sorry for the interruption there. Man, you are just like fluctuating so much, and I don't understand why. It's so weird. But oh well.
All right, we have a Northern Colorado player that has to make their way over to the medic tent for check. Rough game, Quidditch to say the least. But we now have DeLuca walking the quaffle up the pitch for Northern Colorado. Attempted tackle, but dodges a beat. She does get tackled the second time around. Hands go up in the air. Not sure if the tackle
to be happier.
Happened was clean or not.
Weird. Now suddenly it's much happier.
I don't know.
Like it's not dropping at all now.
So number 21, Choquette of Kansas with the yellow card. 1 minute in the box or until Northern Colorado scores. Number 2, DeLuca for Northern Colorado was doing well still. Went to pass the ball off, which was picked off by Kansas. Grants receives the pass but gets beat by Valeria. Northern Colorado recovers the quaffle in front of their own hoops. Northern Colorado slowly walking the quaffle up. Hankins with the quaffle for Northern Colorado.
Time check.
Kansas.
9-10, sorry.
Defense, in my opinion. Quaffle comes back to Hankins. Grant pulls Hankins to the ground with a 2-arm tackle. A lot of bludgers being thrown at one another there. And you get Cable running out to score for Kansas, making the score 42-10. How much on the penalty, guys?
You're good to go. Sorry, I forgot to count you. 9:42.
All right. Kansas is back at full strength. And we're at about 9:50 on the game time. 40-10 score, Kansas leads.
Shed some layers.
Choquette scores for Kansas. Quick run up after the Northern Colorado player was beat. Score becomes 52-10. Kansas leads. Northern Colorado, Hankins walking the quaffle up from behind the hoops. All right, Hankins still walking that quaffle up. We got Kansas with bludger control. All right, Kansas beater gets beat. Pass was good to number 2, DeLuca, but she was beat before she was able to get the shot off. Quaffle was turned over to Kansas. Kansas slowly walking their way up the pitch. Cable making his way, waltzing his way up, if you will. Northern Colorado still bludger control, but that might be the beat that switches that. Bludger control regained for Kansas thanks to number 14, Caitlin Brandstetter. Shot taken by Kansas from behind the hoops is no good, but Kansas is able to recover. And Choquette slams the ball through the mid-size hoop, making the score 62-10 Kansas. Score is 60-10. Kansas leads. Northern Colorado taking their time, walking the ball up the pitch.
I'm going to go use the bathroom since we have it. I'll be back, okay? Thank you so much. You're doing great.
Yeah. 60-10 Kansas. There is a bit of a battle for Bludgers, trying to knock it out of one another's hands. Northern Colorado
Ready to go.
with control. Bit of a scrum for the Quaffle on the far side of the hoops.
12-36.
All right. Lonsdale was able to get out of there for Northern Colorado with the Quaffle. Puts it through the top hoop, 22-60. Kansas still leads.
Oh yeah, I feel you.
Priorities. I hope that was on the live stream.
That's on light right there, boy.
That's just saved on the internet.
Kansas walking
Right
their
there.
way up. I think both teams are sort of starting to take their time a little bit with this game. It's a third game of the day for both of them. Northern Colorado has lost both their previous games. Kansas also has lost both their previous games. I think they sort of just want to take it easy against each other right now. And then Kansas will be facing Mizzou not too long after this, and Northern Colorado. Can't remember off the top of my head who they still have to play. I think they still have to play Blue Jays. Hankins walking the Quaffle in, passes off to Lonsdale. Lonsdale trying to make his way in. Cabin trying to help by making an aisle for him to go through. Unfortunately, Lonsdale gets beat before he is able to take that shot.
14.
We're at 14 minutes. 60-20 Kansas. Quaffle gets past Aaron Grant of Kansas, walking his way up the pitch.
We're up.
Kansas has bludger control, leading their Quaffle player up the pitch, trying to make a lane for them. Pass behind the hoops, but then back out front to Grant. Grant passes across to number 3.
Michaela, right idea. Parker, go. Parker,
Michaela
go.
Gutierrez. She is unable to keep her hands on the Quaffle,
Go, Parker.
but Cable is able to pick up the Quaffle and run it in for an easy dunk for Kansas. Score is 70-20 Kansas. Hankins walking the Quaffle up for Northern Colorado. Led by her beaters. Kansas beater has to go back to hoops for net contact, incidental net contact. Lonsdale gets the Quaffle though and is able to put it through the hoop again. Scores 30-70 for Kansas leading.
Isaiah next.
All right, Kansas walking their way back up the pitch. Beaters exchanging some throws there. And it looks like we might have busted a hoop, but Kansas did score. So score will be 80-30, and we will work on fixing the center hoop. I think all it did was a joint at the top just sort of came apart a little bit. Yeah, head referee Miles Travis
No, actually.
easily able to make the adjustment to fix that hoop for us.
Goal, yeah. Goal is good. Timeout, Kansas. 1 minute.
Kansas takes the time out.
16 minutes.
We're at 16 minutes, and we will have a 1-minute timeout for Kansas. Not a bad time in the game to sort of try to regroup and sort of just get yourself prepared for snitch on pitch, which I think is where Kansas has struggled a little bit in their earlier games.
Yeah. Can I throw both back?
How do I check that?
Thank you guys again for joining us on our Midwest Regional Championship live stream. We really appreciate you guys.
They're switching up every
Not
time.
necessarily not making a trip to Nebraska, but for joining us, even if you couldn't make it out here. Weather has definitely brightened up. It's lovely now. This is perfect footage weather, in my personal north-minded opinion. So I'm enjoying this, even though I'm not playing today. So I hope you guys are too. Enjoying the weather where you're at, I guess I should say.
16 flat. 15:56. Okay.
All right, we are getting ready to get started here. We are at 16 minutes of game time. Score right now is 80-30. Kansas leading. Right now we have Kansas playing against Northern Colorado.
16.
All right, we are getting game going here again. Oh, I don't think that was legal in any capacity. Number 34, Blake Burns of Kansas picks up two bludgers and throws them both back to his hoop, but he picked them up at the same time. That's just one of those silly mistakes you start making at this point in the day when your brain's not fully functioning.
I got excited. I'm sorry.
Quoting Blake Burns, he got excited. And yeah, that happens to the best of us at this stage of the game. So yeah, he will be serving a 1-minute blue card. So Kansas currently down a beater. Northern Colorado Hankins running it in, but she does get beat. Kansas recovers the quaffle. We have Ruiz back in, keeping for Kansas. Grant is running the ball down the pitch as fast as he possibly can to take a shot and score. Score is 90-30, Kansas.
Do you have a time for me?
Yeah, you got 30 seconds.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
30 more seconds on the penalty. Northern Colorado's Hankins walking the quaffle up pitch. Northern Colorado with bludger control, and they have beat the lone armed beater of Kansas on their way up the pitch. Shots taken, but stopped by Ruiz. Ruiz holds onto the quaffle. Ruiz walking the quaffle up the pitch, passes the ball off to teammate Aaron Grant.
4.
Aaron Grant passes
3,
the ball long
2,
to number 64,
1.
Jaden Lee. Jaden's able to put that quaffle through the hoops despite having two bludgers thrown at him, and it looks like he did a pretty good job to try to dodge those, and he was successful. So score is 100-30, Kansas leads. Hankins walking the quaffle up for Northern Colorado.
Both of his teams warming up because they're both next. I'm gonna go get my cereal.
Okay, thank you.
17,
Taking it nice
36.
and easy. Leisurely stroll up the pitch.
I dropped the ball. Oh my
Hankins
god.
makes her way around, passes the ball out to Lonsdale.
Yeah.
Lonsdale gets wrapped up and passes it back to Hankins, but Ruiz is there to block that pass. She's able to pick it off, and she is running as fast as she can up the pitch. She's got Cavan there with the bludger. He goes to throw at her, but she's already got the quaffle out of her hands. Ruiz with the goal for Kansas makes it 110-30. My coffee is kicking in. All right. Hankins with Northern Colorado walking the quaffle back up the pitch.
18-20.
We are at 18 minutes and 20 seconds, so not too much longer, and we'll be at our intermission period before the snitch comes on pitch. Hankins gets rid of the ball to Lonsdale. Lonsdale blocks the quaffle, or blocks the bludger with the quaffle. Unfortunately, it does get knocked out of his hand and is recovered by Kansas. Kansas continues play, passes the ball back to Ruiz, their keeper, as she is immune inside the box. Ruiz making her way up the pitch, passes it off to Grant. Grant passed back across the pitch to Ruiz. Ruiz charges at the goal, tries to take a shot. It is too low.
We got
But
1
number 14,
minute.
Caitlin Brandstetter, runs after the quaffle. Is she able to get it before it goes out of bounds? There is. All right, it is called out of bounds, so it will be a turnover to Northern Colorado.
Am I letting the clock run still?
That was kind of weird.
Hankins running the ball up for Northern Colorado, but there is stoppage, double whistle on the play. UNC is using their timeout. Score is 110-30, Kansas. But Northern Colorado
1926.
is using their timeout. Score or time right now is 19:26.
I
So
realized I mistaken right
this
after I said
very well could be the last possession before the stoppage for the intermission, but it all just depends on how everything plays out and how quickly.
17:38.
The score is 110-30.
I think. Oh, you guys are doing
110-30. Kansas leads.
Awesome.
Kansas hoping to get their first win of the day here.
Oh, it's so dirty.
So yeah, if you're just joining us, so far today, Northern Colorado hasn't won any of their 2 games, so they are 0-2. Kansas also has not won any of their games. They are also 0-2, but this win here will put them at 1-2. Blue Jay Quidditch is 1-1 after beating Kansas and losing to Mizzou. Creighton has pulled out wins over Kansas and Northern Colorado, so they are 2-0. Who am I forgetting here? Blue Jay. Blue Jay. Did I already say Blue Jay? I apologize, guys. It's been a long day already. 0-2, 0-2.
Bro, you hit that though.
Potentially.
I remember the first time you watched it. I read it, it
The score is
All right, we are preparing to restart this game. Quaffle is still in the hands of Hankins.
What is he saying? I like the two.
Hankins running up the pitch, unable to get there, but Lonsdale is able to recover the Quaffle after trying to have it stripped. Rue S. for
40
Kansas
seconds!
and recovers Quaffle for Kansas. She's making her way up the pitch with Quaffle in hand, being led by one of her beaters. I can't see the number, or I will tell you who.
50
Northern Colorado
seconds!
currently has bludger control.
5, 4,
Quaffle is passed
3,
from Ruess to
2,
Grant.
1,
Grant at the top
20.
middle of the pitch, passes it back to Ruess just outside the hoops. Ruess makes a run behind the hoops, passes to number 14, Caitlin Brandstetter. Brandstetter unable to get the shot off. Lonsdale picks up the Quaffle, and that will take us into our intermission before Snitch on pitch. So possession, when we come back, will be in the hands of Lonsdale of Northern Colorado. But awesome plays by the ladies of Kansas, passing the Quaffle around, trying to get something to happen up top. As you know, female Quaffle player myself, I appreciate that that they're working together and making stuff happen. Score is still 110-30, so that means that our set score will be 180, if I'm not mistaken. Set score 180 or 170 then? I can't remember. 180?
Yeah, they
Okay.
basically try to
That's what I thought, but it's just been a long day. 180 set score. So we will see where we go from here. Kansas at 110. Northern Colorado at 30. Our snitch will be from Creighton. He got caught pretty quick earlier, so I'm sure he's looking to sort of avenge his own snitch stats at this point.
Oh, you already got it. Okay, perfect. 180 set score? Yeah, because 70 plus 110? Yep. That's easy math right there. Can I get that? I should be able to get that. I'm in college.
Alright.
If I can't.
But if you have never been to Papillon Landing, this is the second Midwest Regional being hosted at this facility. Last time around, we used the outdoor field as well as the lone indoor field. As we only have 5 teams here, we're sticking to just one pitch outside, which is fine. The weather's brightened up a lot. It was a little bit chillier this morning, but as is expected with any tournament in the Midwest this time of year, honestly. It's going to be cold, it's going to warm up, it's going to get cold again once the sun goes down. The colors here are really pretty though. There's a lot more tree color here than what I get in Northwest Indiana. So I'm appreciative of it. It was worth the 7.5-hour drive. Goulette is our snitch. That's correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Goulette of Creighton will be our snitch for this game.
What's up? I agree.
Return your broom!
Intermission. Game's not over yet.
I was out beast.
It's okay.
I walked away. I was like, great.
Not yet.
Well,
Just intermission.
Alright, Secret.
Creighton, Mizzou, and Blue Jays are ready.
That's good.
Right.
All right. So, going into our snitch on pitch game, we've got Choquette, who will be seeking for Kansas. Wait to see who Northern Colorado's going to send over here to seek. Seekers will have a 10-second countdown and then be released to try to catch our snitch, Goulette, from Creighton. So Macy Mekadu is who we will have
Shame on you, man.
as a seeker for Northern Colorado.
2, 1, nope.
All right, seekers are released. And in the quaffle game, we have Hankins walking the quaffle up the pitch for Northern Colorado, being led by Kevin.
Oh, I only
Grant
have
is
one
able to
for
pick off the ball, but
I didn't know they came.
Hankins is able to make a great tackle on Grant. Quaffle is sent up the pitch, but unfortunately the player they were passing to got beat, so uneligible. It is picked up by number 3 of Northern Colorado, Stephanie Strew.
And I figure, like, for
Pass off to Lonsdale. Lonsdale
anyway,
is able to run the quaffle down, but does get tackled by Grant. There might be an injury on the play. We are stopping. Looks like there is going to be a card for that tackle.
269, illegal contact, illegal charge.
So there is an illegal charge called.
What's the time on that, Riley?
Yellow card for number 69, Aaron Grant. He will be in the box for 1 minute or until Northern Colorado scores.
The live stream is now beautiful, finally.
Score is still
I had
110 to
it
30.
reset the SMC.
Set score is 180.
And then also I figured out that if I move the hotspot further away and elevate it a little bit, the upload
All right, small discussion happened on the sidelines just to
it worked.
clarify exactly what the illegal contact was on the situation. All right,
Yeah.
we are remounting. Quaffle is in the hands of Hankins at keeper zone, passes the ball off to number 5, Keller. Quaffle is loose, then picked up by number 4 of Kansas.
Did I mention she had
Cable.
board and I want to do some volunteer appreciation things? So I
Rue
wanted
S.
people
back in
to
as keeper for
send
Kansas, making her way down the pitch,
if they want
looking
to
for what plays she can make, dodges a beat, comes up from behind the hoops, and scores through the mid-sized hoop. That'll make the score 120 to 30. Kansas leads. Still a lot happening in our seeker game. Same seekers still trying to catch Goulette of Creighton. Hankins running that quaffle up the pitch,
and then I
pushing her way through, knocks over a hoop, but then
Hey,
takes
get
a
behind him,
shot
Tyler,
through
get
the
behind
middle hoop, and it is good. Goal for Northern Colorado, makes our score 42-120.
well, that's if we can get sizes to people today. Probably not. But I figure we I have a mock.
All
I
right,
have a mock that
Kansas walking the quaffle up the pitch. Grant and Rues have been passing back and forth.
And we should ask what.
Grant back to Rues. Rues passes it through the tiny hoop, and on the same breath, we have a potential catch by Kansas.
it's fine. The state of Kentucky initially got moved around, and then I moved it back.
So Rues with the goal just before the Kansas catch. That would put Kansas at 165. Catch is good.
Score is
Yeah, and for sizes,
40.
165, right? Did you guys get the goal right before the catch?
what I can do.
Yes, there was a good goal. Okay.
No, I've got that. I don't think they do. 165.
Score is 165 to 40. Set score 180.
Okay, 165 to 40.
I'm just
So set score is 180. 2 more goals for Kansas would put this game to an end. Hankins running the quaffle up for Northern Colorado. Northern Colorado able to just get a lot more happening on offense this game. Third game of the day, definitely looked a lot better. Didn't get any quaffle points in the very first game of the day. Got a couple of them last game, and then even more this game. So it's been good to see them getting better as they go. Again, they only have 11 players here, so always good to see stuff happening. Rue S on a run for Kansas, throws it through the small hoop, and score is 175 to 44.
I can do that.
For Kansas. Oh, good. One more goal would do it for Kansas. And we have a stoppage on the play. I think one of the ARs saw something on the far side of the pitch and is discussing at this time with the head referee what to do about it. Hankins currently has the quaffle in her possession, though, inside her team's keeper zone for Northern Colorado. Our next two teams are getting warmed up around the pitch here. We're hoping to try to catch back up on time just a little bit. So we will hopefully be getting our next game rolling almost immediately after this one ends. So don't go too far. No call on the play. We are continuing. So Hankins walking the quaffle up the pitch for Northern Colorado. Bludger control is with Northern Colorado. Caven and trying to see who else is playing. Pass up the side. Hankins picks it back up. Grant gets beat trying to take the quaffle from Hankins. Cavan doing a very good job of keeping his quaffle carrier safe from other quaffle players on Kansas' side. Kansas does pick up the quaffle out of that shot. Northern Colorado does keep Bludger control, though. Number 64 for Kansas, Jaden Lee walking the quaffle up the pitch.
Damn!
Passes the ball off to number 4, Cable. Cable running the quaffle in and takes it. That will put Kansas at 185 and end our game. Thank you guys so much for being here. We really appreciate you watching. Our next game up will be Blue Jay versus...
LAR, do you need your signature?
No, Blue Jay just played. Hold on. I think we got Blue Jays. No, it's Creighton. They switched jerseys. That is what is going on. That's why I am confused.
Oh, that's just 2 minutes?
So Creighton will be playing against Mizzou next. Creighton was rocking black jerseys earlier. Mizzou's jerseys are mostly black, so I do believe that Creighton traded jerseys and is now wearing their blue kits to help with separation. So we'll see you back here shortly. Don't go too far. Just like I said, as soon as we are able to, we are get this next game rolling. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I mean, I'll respond to it, but I do appreciate that. Yeah, scorekeeper.